In today's video, I wanted to do another Trading212 Portfolio update because y'all seem to like them, so let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Euan, and on this channel we talk about personal finance and investing in the stock market. So if that's something that tickles your fancy, then hit the like button and subscribe if you fancy. But just remember, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a random dude on the internet. So please do your own research before investing your capital. So let's start with the free shares as always. Thank you to anyone who's used my link to sign up, because in October we had £897.57 in free shares, and this month we're looking to get around a similar thing. So that is bananas, and thank you. Anyway, if you did watch my last video, then you'd see that the balance on this account is slightly less. That's because I did withdraw around £500 from the free shares in order to invest around the election time, which I'll talk about more later, but it was a good idea. So that's why we have 2,200 in there. And so far this month, we've had around £450, which is pretty nice. So thank you again. It's pretty good. And as always, I'm selling all of my investments because I don't want there to be a crash in the market because of COVID and all the stimulus checks and furlough scheme all basically stopping, and then there'll be a big crash because people will pull their money because they might not have a job. So it's all a bit scary in that respect, and we don't know when COVID's going to be over. Bit touch and go, so that's why I'm selling. I don't want to keep my investments in EasyJet or Smile Direct Club or any of these companies because I just don't know how they'll do if it goes. So I'd rather have it as cash, and I want this cash available so that I have options and I have the ability to have an emergency fund. I probably should be moving it into a different account because I can get the interest, but at the moment I'm sticking it in here because I just am, okay? Get off my back. So essentially, either this money will be invested back into the channel or it'll be invested into my investments. So either way, it's an investment back into the channel. So the start of this month, I received a National Grid share. Good way to start off the month, isn't it? National Grid, love it. No, I'm joking. I appreciate every single share like it's my own son or daughter. And then we went straight to AstraZeneca, £78. Dolce. And then I decided I wanted to be on the board of the directors at Smile Direct Club. So we got Smile Direct Club, Smile Direct Club, Smile Direct Club, blah, blah, blah. So I'm about 2 shares away from being on the Smile Direct board. So I'll take it. So the highlights was AstraZeneca, and then I also got a Unilever somewhere. Yeah, a Unilever down here for £46. So those are the only ones that I've got massive this month. I haven't seen a Nike one or any of these other big ones, but one AstraZeneca will do. I'll take it. I'm not complaining. So if it does continue at this rate and I get these amount of shares every single day, then I'll probably make around £850 from free shares this month. So that's amazing, considering 3 or 4 months ago I was earning 0 from free shares and 0 from this YouTube channel. So I'm very thankful and I'm very happy, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity. So thank you. And if you're watching this and you haven't signed up, and the link is in the description below. Now for the moment, y'all, I've been waiting for my Trading212 Portfolio update. And as you can see, we are 20% in the green. So, we're dancing again.
Just another sunny day in Southern California. It's where the people came to play.
Follow me on TikTok for more dancing. No, I'm joking. But follow me on TikTok. So I can confirm we are in the green and we're 20% up. So, buzzing. However, there are some losers, and we have to talk about those first because can't get it right every time, can we? So the biggest loser for this month is Wells Fargo, which is the same as last month, unfortunately. However, this month it's only down 16% instead of last month, which was down 20%. So we're 4% up. So I'm quite happy about that, really. The reason it's gone up a little bit is most likely due to me cost averaging, because I've got it in my dividend pie. So every time I invest in that, then it's reducing the average a tiny little bit. And the election has obviously played a part. And of course, the Pfizer vaccine talk. So there's a lot of things going on, but I'm just happy it's not as red as it was last month. But as I said, they are in my dividend pie, which I've added a fair bit to this month. So the dividend pie, I'm currently up 7%, which is really good considering it's a dividend pie, because these stocks aren't going to move that much. So it's actually mainly due to SSE, which has gone up large, and Starbucks and Bank of Montreal, which are all helping each other out and get into that green section. So I'm quite happy about how it's going, considering it's only a few months old. And we've also received our first dividend of 19p from AT&T. So I think I'll go buy a Freddo with that.
But Freddo's your 25p.
What?
Freddo's your 25p, mate.
Really?
Yeah. Inflation, mate.
I thought they were 10p.
No, 25.
What? No. Really?
Yeah, mate, unfortunately. 25p.
Anyway, I joke. All my dividends get reinvested, so we're not paying for anything with that 19p. It's just going back in, and we're going to keep constantly reinvesting and reinvesting and reinvesting until we can live off it. So that is the dream, and I don't know why I said it so weirdly, but that is the dream. So I'm excited to get to that point when it does come. Anyway, Wells Fargo is the biggest loser, but it's still doing okay in my dividend pie, and my dividend pie is doing quite nicely as well. So I'm fairly happy. But we can talk about the winners now, because that's what you're really here for. Biggest winner this month is Apple again. So shout out to Steve Jobs, RIP. I was going to wear my turtleneck in honour of him. I couldn't find it. But anyway, it's up 49%, down from 58% last month. And the reason it's gone down 10% is because they had a new release of their phone, the iPhone 12, and it didn't do as well as they thought it would. So it's not the end of the world. I'm personally not worried, because when Apple do fail at something, or it doesn't go quite their way, they seem to get fired up and then produce a really, really good phone the next year, unless that's their plan all along and I've just sussed them out. So they just release quite an average phone, which is not really that much different to the previous phone, and then the next one is a massive step up, so they're like, oh my god, this is amazing, oh my god. So I think that's what they're doing, because they have been a bit sneaky about slowing phones down and other things like that. So that wouldn't surprise me if they do release a half rubbish phone and then the next year they just blow it out the park with a new thing that's completely revolutionary, but essentially nothing gets past me. And in terms of new additions to my portfolio, I've actually added nothing, because I've just been investing in currently what I already own, but I did actually cheat on my pie and invested outside of my pie. The infidelity, not good. So what I did was actually invest £200 into the iShares Core FTSE 100. So I did this over a few days, £100 each day. So I've actually gone from being in a minus 3-4% last month to 9.6%. And we have to give an honourable mention to Legal & General, because they are up 31%, which is pretty mad, especially for a dividend stock. Briefly fell because they decided to keep their dividend flat, so they're not going to be increasing it over the next year, but they plan on doing it the following year. So that's why it went down for a bit, but now it's up 30%. Maybe I just timed it well when I actually bought into it, but I'm happy with 31%. And of course, my biggest holding, which is the VUSA, the Vanguard S&P 500, and it is up 29.9%. So we're doing very well on that one too, which is a bulk of my portfolio, and what I want to be seeing it growing as much as possible. I want to feel a bit more safe by having a big proportion into the S&P 500 as a whole, because I'm fairly risk averse in comparison to some people. And the last one is Disney. I actually spoke about this in my last Trading212 Portfolio update, and they are up 25%. This is because they've completely wiped their dividend. However, they're going to reinvest the money they were going to spend on dividends into their streaming platform, so they can rival and try and compete with Netflix, which I think they will definitely do. I'm just going to be playing both sides and investing in both of them and see what happens, because competition breeds success. So hopefully they will fight each other off, but they'll both be increasing value in terms of revenue and shares wise as well. But yeah, I'm quite happy about that too, and I'm really excited to see the battle between the two companies. So both of my pies are doing fairly well as well. So my millionaire pie is ahead as always. It seems to be always ahead, and it's up 5%. And we've got my pie Felicia, which is behind, which I said in my last one, I think is because they don't include the dividend rate into the total return. So it looks like they're doing rubbish basically, because a lot of the return is based off the dividend. So we'll see, but it's up 7.6%. So I'm fairly happy about that. So usually I invest £150 every single month into the millionaire pie and £50 into the pie Felicia pie. But this month, because of everything that was going on, it's a bit fluctuating. I decided to invest a bit more because I didn't want to put everything into the FTSE 100. I wanted to spread my risk a little bit by investing some more into the millionaire pie and to the pie Felicia pie. So I think I put £200 in each. So that meant that millionaire pie was £350 and the pie Felicia pie was £250. So this is why it's changed a fair bit, and we're in the green because I did it just before the election and just before the announcement of the vaccine. So this is why it's good to have some cash set on the sideline just in case there's a dip or something major happens and you feel like this company is going to be fine after, then you can actually invest into that, which is what I did with the FTSE 100. I personally didn't see the vaccine thing coming, but that has helped the portfolio massively. So obviously I've got this cash sat in the other invest account, so that's what I used for this. But I don't plan on investing loads more. I will just see what the market is doing. And like I said earlier, if there's a big crash due to furlough and the stimulus packages being stopped, then there's a big opportunity and I've got some cash sitting in the app waiting to go. So that's something you should definitely consider. So I'm not investing loads every single month because I'm trying to invest back into the business and back into this YouTube channel. So there's a lot in that Runaway Bride fund and it keeps going up every single month. So it gets to a point where I can do this full time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, one day, maybe, we'll see. My overall portfolio, as discussed earlier, is 20% up. So I'm really happy about that. And I'm very optimistic about the future because why wouldn't you be when you're 20% in the green? Not bragging. But all jokes aside, my plan is still the same. Even if I was 20% in the red, I would still be investing and looking long term because that's how you make money in this game. And the more I invest, the closer I get to financial freedom, financial independence, and the closer I get to being a millionaire one day. Because as you can see, I'm not a millionaire. Although I'm not investing loads at the moment, I'm trying to build up this business, which will allow me to invest a load more in the future. I think that's the best way for my personal circumstances because I want to build this business and get a lot more income that I'm currently earning, and then I can pump it back into stocks and into my investments and slowly build my wealth that way, because at the moment it would take me a long time. But if I can build my income and improve my income, then I can get to a point where it shortens the time. And hopefully I can max out my ISA and build that wealth. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been fairly short, I do know. But please, if you have, like the video, comment, subscribe, do all those things, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and all those things. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm not a millionaire, but I'm trying to help you become one. So peace. Because they've got a good back catalogue. Because they've got a good but there is set to be. Who knows what happened with the? But who knows what happened for the rest of the month? So fingers crossed. But who knows what will happen for the rest of the month? Gracious gratitude. And I'm very grateful. For this opportunity. And then, and we have to give an honourable